Hello, this is Chandrasekhar welcoming you to another delightful part of our South Asian programming. We have a special on an outstanding personality from the Indian film industry, a motion picture artist who is of international stature. She has acted in hundreds of movies as the heroine and one of the most popular figures, none other than your favorite, Waheeda Rehman.
ये स्वेटर किसके लिए बुन रही
है कोई? मुझे इस तरह मत देखिए, मुझे जाने दीजिए। बड़े वो हैं आप, शर्म भी नहीं आती। प्यार झूठ है, प्यार धोखा है, जो बर्बाद।
Waheeda ji, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell me about your entry to the film industry.
Well, actually, I didn't enter film industry at the age of 12. I was about 16, 16 years old. I learnt Bharatanatyam when we were in Madras. I used to perform on stage, not professionally, just like a hobby. And after my father passed away, I used to get a lot of film offers from Madras industry, like Telugu or Tamil movies. At that time, when my father was alive, I was very young, and he said, it is too soon for me to enter and take it as a profession. So that didn't happen when he was alive. But after he passed away, all my elder sisters got married, but I was very keen to work in movies. So I did a dance item in a Telugu movie, which became a very big hit, especially this particular song. And it celebrated Silver Jubilee all over Andhra Pradesh. So we went there for the celebrations, and it so happened that Mr. Guru Dutt was there. And he was in search of new faces at that time. When he came to know that my name is Waheeda Rehman, so he said, must be a Muslim girl, and most probably she would be knowing to speak Urdu. So the meeting was arranged through his distributors. So then he spoke to me all through in the interview in Hindi, to wanted to know, because up north people think South Indians, even though they are Muslims, they can't speak Urdu or Hindi, whatever. So when he was satisfied with my language, so he asked me to come over to Bombay, and he signed me over for his movies. And my first Hindi movie was
CID.
CID.
Oh, what a big hit it was, right?
And my second movie was Pyaasa.
Right, both were Guru Dutt, right?
Yes.
Both were, I see. Tell me about Lata ji. You know, you've known Lata ji for a long time.
Many years ago, I have organized few charity shows in Bombay and various other places, and I came very close to her. The more you meet her, the more you know her, you love her more and like her more. She's a very sweet and a very unassuming, very simple, very loving person, and a very interesting person. And it's
Well, that's what she says about you, actually.
Thank you.
You know, professionally trained classical dancer, one of the few in the Indian film industry who was such a graceful dancer, and also became a very big motion picture star. Tell me, when CID first came out, wasn't that with Devanand?
Yes, that's right.
But tell me, what was it like to work with the three stalwarts? You're one of the few heroines who've had the pleasure of working with Dilip Kumar, Yusufbhai, Devanand and Raj Kapoor.
Yes.
Tell me, let's take one by one.
My first hero was Devanand. He was very, very cooperative, very friendly. He's so full of energy. And I used to jokingly call him ever-ready battery. Even he never used to get tired.
Here we should say Duracell, because there's a commercial that never stops. It works double longer time. Okay, good.
And he used to say, if a movie flops or something doesn't turn out well, he said, Waheeda, never think about the past. Past is gone. Think about today and tomorrow.
You know, I had the pleasure of interviewing all three of them at one time. Devanand, Dilip Kumar, and of course the great, late Raj Kapoor. And in fact, I've heard them all talk about you in those interviews.
Really?
And I'm going to show you some portions of that as well. But Raj Kapoor particularly was conceived as a very difficult man to work with by some people, and some people found him to be a pleasure to work with. What was your experience working with Raj Kapoor?
In 2 of the movies, he was my leading man. I found him to be very like a child. You know, being such a great director himself, whatever the director would tell him, he would, you know, follow to the T. And at the same time, sometimes he used to say, okay, well, this is going wrong, this is not right, what is happening? So I said, Raju, why don't you tell the director? Maybe, you know, sometimes he's not able to, you know, realize okay, what's happening. You being such a great director, you must correct him. He said, no, I am paid as an actor, so I'm just going to be an actor like a child. So I'm not going to interfere in his work. He's the boss on the sets, so I must listen to him.
This was from Teesri Kasam. You both were together, right?
Yes, in Teesri Kasam, and the first movie was Ek Dil Sau Afsane. That was the first movie with Raji, and the second was Teesri Kasam.
Why don't we take a glimpse at one of these motion pictures, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Watch this with us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Raji, you were talking about Guru Dutt just a few minutes ago. Wasn't Guru Dutt involved in making a motion picture with you, Kaagaz Ke Phool? Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And you and Guru Dutt acted in this film.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this film.
You know, there were Kaagaz Ke Phool, it's based on a film director's life. If you remember, if you have seen the movie. And there were certain scenes which he took it from real life incidents. When he was making Kaagaz Ke Phool, he was planning to make Chaudhvin Ka Chand. And he wanted to sign up M. Sadiq. He was a director. It is about Muslim background, Lucknow background, and he's being a Muslim and comes from that part of the world. He will know better about the culture and a little finer details about the characters and the story. So he wanted to give him the chance. But the main purpose was, when he was making Kaagaz Ke Phool, he realized how when a director flops, how people, everybody stops meeting him, signing him, don't want to work with him anymore. But that is what he wanted to do it in life. After when Kaagaz Ke Phool was on sets, he started planning about Chaudhvin Ka Chand.
I see, I see.
And when it was released, many journalists in Delhi, when we went for the premiere, asked, why did you give this movie to Mr. Sadiq, who's no more? I mean, sort of in the sense, he's not a successful director. He said, when you watch Kaagaz Ke Phool, then you will realize what I'm doing.
Why don't we watch a couple of scenes from this film with you there? After these movies were made, the Guru Dutt period, you went on for some thumping success after that because of the fact that color came in the film industry, and you know, and there were a few of you who really shot to fame. Kabhi Kabhie. Tell me about your other films. You know, Mujhe Jeene Do was before that with Sunil Dutt.
Yes, before that. Before Guide.
Right. Tell us about Guide. Lataji's voice and your acting together made a big hit in Bina Ka Geet Mala, and you know, and that film ran, was a golden jubilee. At
that time, this story was considered to be very bold, according to Indian film standards, you see. So some of my other producers in which I was working, they said, okay, you should not be doing this movie, the Rosie part. I said, why? Because they said, we have read the book. And
that was R.K. Narayan's novel,
R.K. Narayan's novel, The Guide. And they said, because Indian audience will not take a heroine in the beginning of this movie who's married, and yet she falls in love with somebody else. It is too much of a, you know,
social stigma.
Social stigma.
Values-wise, it was totally unacceptable.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I never had this kind of, you know, I mean, thinking and feeling, it's a role, and it happens in life. Not that it in India it never happened, even much earlier before that also, that a married woman does not fall in love with somebody else. And I said, no, I liked the role very much, and I'm definitely going to do it. And one of my producers was very, very upset. He said, because of that movie, if that movie is released before my movie, and it is going to affect my movie, because you're playing a very good, you know, Sita kind of character who's a very obedient wife and a loving wife, and there you are a married woman falling in love with somebody else. It's very bad. So anyway, I used to listen to myself sometimes. So I enjoyed doing that movie. That was a great movie and very well made. I really loved that. One of my most favorite movies, I would say.
That's wonderful. Let's take a quick glimpse from this film.
Yes, sure.
Okay, from Guide. You know, you've had some tremendous interaction, by the way. You mentioned some of these names. Even goes back, yourself and Mala Sinha and Nargis.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories from the Bombay film industry that all of you, along with Lataji, apparently went for a charity show to raise funds to a small town somewhere in a village where there wasn't even proper facilities, there were no five-star hotels.
Correct.
But you went for a good cause, I believe.
Yeah.
And tell me, there were some funny incidents that went on. I heard about this in Bombay.
You see, what happened was Mala Sinha came with her father, so they were given one room, and Lataji was with her brother, I suppose, and she was given a room, and there was no third room. So Nargis ji, myself, and Sonia Sahani, and there were two, I forget the name of the dancer, and one more girl. About 5 to 6 of us had to share one room, sleeping on the ground, and there was one bathroom, broken bathroom with no doors.
I see.
So the second day I told Nargis ji, well, I'm sorry, I have to have my bath. She said, we are trooping, forget about your bath. I said, I'm sorry, I have to have my bath. She said, only 2 rooms has got bathrooms, attached bathrooms. One is Lataji, one is Mala. So I thought I prefer to go to Lataji because I thought Mala has got her father there. So I said, I better go to Lataji and request her to let me use her bathroom. So I went and knocked at her door. I said, she said, who's it? I said, I'm Waheeda here. She said, come in. I said, Lataji, I've got a special request to make. She said, yes, what is it? I said, I want to use your bathroom because I need to have my bath. I said, she said, go ahead. So when I went in, I started having my bath. Funny thing, the water stopped coming in the tap. I didn't know what to do. Again, I knocked at the bathroom door. She said, what is it? I said, I'm so sorry. The water has stopped coming in the taps and I can't come out. So what do I do? She said, don't worry, wait a minute. So she went out and asked one of the peons over there to get 2 buckets of water. And from the front door, she carried the bucket full of water for me in the bathroom.
That's so nice.
She is being senior to me and such a great artist. I like that, you know, that human touch in her so much, so sweetly, like an elder sister would do to a younger sister, you know. And in the unit, in the whole troupe, Nargis and Sunil, that was so, what did you do to her? I said, look, she's a great artist, we respect her, she's senior to us, but at the same time, why do you forget that she's a human being? So if I'm stuck like that, what could she do? She would not say, no, I'm not going to get water for her. That was very, very sweet of her. I never can forget that, what she did for me.
That's very nice. Waheeda ji, it's been an honor to have you in the show with us, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.